Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah Kwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I want to most likely go be a little quick hit, something I was just meditating on through the spirit. And it was just the point of, I was listening to the elder brothers in Dallas, and the elder Yatazak, him, the bro Yataka, them brothers was touching on how we're in the time that we looking for the elect, man. And the point is, we ain't got time like these other camps, the IUICs, to try to gather everybody. We just gathering those who want to bring forth fruit, those who want to actually be beneficial towards the body of Yahweh Shai, man. And they went into that parable of the fig tree, how it didn't bring forth fruit, right? How it didn't bring forth fruit. So look, the Lord had to what? He had to wither it away. It withered away. The Lord took it out of his place because it didn't do what it was made to do, man, or created to do. In other words, it wasn't bringing forth fruit. So liken that unto the truth, man. You see, the Lord called us, like it said in John 15, Yahweh Shai said, matter of fact, we'll get there real quick. But the point that I want to go into in this truth is that being in the ministry, Yahweh Shai said it himself. And again, I might just quote scriptures, but it is impromptu, and I ain't really got nothing set. But Yahweh Shai said, take his burden upon us, because his yoke is easy, man. His burden is light. The Lord not asking us to do a lot. You see, a lot. And what had hit my spirit is that even if it's just one talent, that's enough to make it on a chariot, man. Even if we got one talent, that's a couple scriptures, right? Believing in Yahweh Shai, ultimately following his word to the best of our ability, but putting it forth and using it, that's enough to make it on a chariot, man. Again, Yahweh Shai said his yoke is easy. He ain't asking much, right? And the scriptures also say the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, right? Keeping it simple, but nevertheless, as long as we use whatever we do have, that's enough, man, to get up out of here. And that makes me think of that Matthew 25 as well. Because you go to the man who had the one talent. Now, the Lord ain't get on him or cast him away because he had one talent. Nah, that wasn't it. The Lord cast him away because he didn't use that one talent. The one talent was given from the Lord, so it was something. Because look, something is better than nothing. That's the thing. Something having one talent is better than being in this world having nothing of Yahweh Shai, man. Not knowing no truth, not knowing how to apply the law, not even knowing what's the right and wrong things to eat. That's no talents. So just knowing the simple things, the dietary law and a couple scriptures and, charity, so on and so forth, whatever ability the Lord give each and every brother, whatever portion of faith the Lord give each and every brother, the thing is something, man. Something is better than nothing. Again, Yahweh Shai went to that fig tree. It had no figs on it. No figs. If it had one, even if it had one, because Yahweh Shai was hungry at the time, right? Even if it just had one, guess what? The Lord could have took that one and look, that could have appeased, right, his appetite, man. It would have been sufficient for him at the time. At least one, but it didn't have nothing, though. You see? It didn't have nothing on the fig tree, so the Lord couldn't do it. He couldn't use it. Right? But let me get this, like I said, it's pretty much, just through the spirit, man. What I said, John 15, and whatever else the Lord, want to feed us. Want to come out, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, man. This John 15 and 16 is Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, let's start at 14. John 15 and 14. Ye are my friends, if capital IF, well, it ain't capital IF, but I'm putting emphasis on it because so we could be Yahweh Shai friends, but it's under certain circumstances. It says, if ye do whatsoever I command you. And one of the main things that's commanded is what? We're going to read it in verse 16, to go and bring forth fruit. It says, henceforth I call you not servants, For the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth. It says, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And that's a blessing in itself to notice, man. Again, one talent, just one, is better than nothing. Think about not knowing Yahushua. Like it said in Ephesians 2, without Yahushua, we were strangers without hope in this world, so on and so forth. But just one Deuteronomy 28:68, understanding that's a lot of hope right there, man. Just to know, man, we the Israelites. And this is the reason why we're going through these things, just for example. Right? But let's finish it. It says, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And it's the point, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. And that's what make it even more special. Because nobody just can't decide to do this. And we ain't talking about how people consider Jesus on their deathbed, been living wicked their whole life. A 60-year-old woman who just started her OnlyFans, now she about to die. And all of a sudden on her deathbed, I believe in Jesus. Nah, it don't work like that. Even if somebody in this world got good intentions, just decide to go to the Christian church, that's still not the real him, though. Jesus is based on a true story, Yahushua. Right? But with Yahushua, you can't just decide to follow him. A good example, which is humbling, Legion. Yahushua healed Legion, and then Legion, he asked the Lord to follow him. He wanted to follow Yahushua. Yahushua said, no, but just go tell everybody what I did for you. It's not given to everybody, although people may want to. Again, that's what make this calling, that right, this invite to the wedding feast that much more precious, man, and special. You see that what is not invitation, is in what's the word I'm looking for? It's in Ephesians 4:1. That invitation to the wedding, man. But let me see what it is on my spirit. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna finish that Salak. I just want to get this word, Ephesians 4:1, the word I'm looking for, because this is what Yahushua gave us. Everybody ain't gonna be in that wedding feast. Vocation, that's what I'm looking for. Vocation. Matter of fact, let's just read it since we're here. Ephesians 4:1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, man. And again, that vocation is going to the calling, an invite to be at this special gathering. And the way to get there, going back to this, John 15:16, so like if I'm all over the place. But you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you to do what? And ordained you that ye shall go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain. So Yahushua in a way telling, just like we saying people have a problem with Great Millstone, when we tell them we only care about the elect, we ain't looking to gather the masses. Well, Yahushua pretty much saying the same thing right here. Go forth and bring forth the elect. Because the only ones that's going to endure to the end is who? The elect. So he said that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain. The elect, man. And that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. All right, let's get that Matthew 25. Matthew 25. And let's start at 14. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man, this is Yahushua speaking. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods, which is what? This truth, talents, abilities, different faiths, and not different faiths, the same faith, singular, but different portions of it. It says, again, different talents as well. That's his goods. Parts of the ministry, parts of this truth. It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1. So these men had different talents and abilities, man. 1, 5, that's likened unto the apostles. Know all things. Going to the history, going to prophecy, right? Could speak Esau, language of the world, his so-called curriculum of the world. You know, these different things they could touch on in the spirit, the mysteries of the scriptures, the nastiness of the scriptures. So that's a man who got all the abilities to go into these things. Right? Then you got another man with 2, right? With just a great portion, but just lesser than a man above him. But this, look, you got one who had 1 talent. He may have just knew the milk, just knew the basics. But let's see what he did with it. Because again, Yahweh Shai not asking for much. 1 talent could get us on that chariot, man. But he didn't put it to use. It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1. To every man according to his several ability. So whatever we have been given, it's been given to us because we can handle it, man. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, we can handle it. You know, the Lord may give one man something because he know he going to put in the work to study for it, to search and seek for it. Right? Another brother, the Lord might know his spirit that he ain't got the spirit to study, so the Lord will give him an extra portion of faith to believe. Right? So let's continue. It says, then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. He brought in believers. He brought in fruit. You know, it says he helped believers grow. It says, and likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. Him the same. It says, but he that had received 1 went and digged it in the earth and hid his Lord's money. He didn't do nothing with it. He didn't do nothing. He knew about it, but he put it in the earth and hid the Lord's money. He ain't do nothing with it. That's likened unto that fig tree. It didn't bear no fruit. It was just there. And look, that's the thing, man. The Lord don't need none of us, speaking to myself first and foremost, to just be here. We always called to complete a mission, not just to be here, man. The scripture says, put on as the elect gonna be here working. It says, and after a long time, a lot of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. It says, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. Lord, look, I had did what you had told me to do. You know, I had brought in some fruit for you. I grew. I got better. You know, I trimmed off, the thorns and thistles off me. Right? And I even, what you have delivered unto me, I even brought forth fruit. Changed my ways. Put aside things that maybe was hindering me. And it says, Yahweh shall go tell him what? Thou good and faithful servant. Well done. Thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, right? The Lord ain't asking for much. He said a few things. Since thou hast been faithful over a few things. Esau in this world asks for way more. And you got to go to school for 10 years to be a doctor. Want to go to the NFL. Blood, sweat, and tears, and tour days and preseason, playoffs, But the Lord said we have been faithful over a few things. He ain't asking for much. Since thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the jar of the Lord. And the same thing happened for the man who had 2 talents. Yahweh Shai told him again, enter thou into the jar of the Lord. In other words, come up hither. It says, but he, verse 24, that had received the 1 talent, who had, look, one of the easiest jobs, man. Or the Lord wasn't requiring so much from him, because I ain't going to say easy, because it was easy. Anybody could do it. But he wasn't required as much as other men. And it says what? That he that had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown and gathering where thou hast not strawed. Lord, I knew you was coming back to collect. I knew it. It says, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is done. Lord, I ain't really. Chill out. He said, lo, it says, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine, making excuses. It says, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Therefore thou oughtest to have put my money to the exchanges, then at my coming I should have received my own way usual. Why you ain't do nothing with it? You knew I was coming back. And you knew I was expecting something out of y'all, man. You should have just did it. You should have just went forth. Hey, you nervous to put a lesson up? You should have just put it up. Right? So on and so forth. You know? Nervous to go out on the highways and hedges to be seen? You should have just did it. And that goes into faith. Just like, I don't say like Nike, but just do it. You know? According to the Spirit, though. Even things we might have to cut off. It may be hard on us. And we might like doing it or whatever. Look, just do it. Because it's going to be beneficial at the latter end. And it says, matter of fact, it says, verse 28, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents. The man who using it, get the talent and what he know that's not using it and give it to a man who going to put it to use. Who want to use it, man. Right? Who want to grow. Just again, that fig tree was withered because it didn't have nothing on it. I'm sure if it had at least one fruit, Yahweh Shai would have picked it and been cool until he got where he was going. But it didn't have nothing. And that's why he had to cast it off. You see? So the same situation for this parable. Yahweh Shai have a problem with the man because he had one talent. No, Yahweh Shai had a problem with the man because he had one talent and didn't do nothing with it. And especially because you couldn't have no excuse because Yahweh Shai gave more to other men and they used it. So it's not just that he knew the basics or so on and so forth. No, he just didn't put it to use, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai looking for. Ultimately, Yahweh Shai's effort. And it says, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. You know, and I get this. Whatsoever thy hand. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. So now that we had this truth, again, it says, Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Do it with our might. Again, whether it's pushing the word, working on our personal, walk, things that we need to work on personally. You see, reading, studying, fasting, praying, all that, even in the world, things in the world, But it says but first is truth, but it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Give it all you got. It says, why? For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whether thou goest, because we don't know when it's going to be our last day on earth. We don't know when our spirit's going to be called. But at least if we doing the work and our spirit happen to be called, guess what? We have works to follow. We have works to follow. But if we ain't doing nothing with the talent and the Lord take our spirit, then we ain't got nothing to follow. Right? So right now is the time to do it, in other words, man. You see? But, I just want to touch on that, man. The Lord was giving us the job to do it. And he also gave us men over us, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have been giving us these examples on how to put in the work, man. How to be consistent and putting in the work. And first, it start with the fear of the Lord, ultimately. The fear of the Lord. Because the fear of the Lord, that you go do what the Lord say, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. But look with that, I just want to touch on that. Look, just the least talent is enough to get us in the kingdom. Because look, it's a talent. It's better than nothing, man. It's better than nothing. But look, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. Keep fighting, keep pushing, and with that, shalom.